Hi, Professor. Good evening. This is Neha Manda, and I am here to demonstrate a CKY passing project. And the topic I have chosen is US National Parks. We are a team of three people, and my other teammates are Aditya and Venkata Rao. So the domain we have chosen is US National Parks. For a tourist who want to visit parks, he or she might be having some questions about what to visit and where to visit, whether they will be able to experience the best parks that are there. So below are some of the questions or sentences to express themselves to visit the parks in US. And this is the document we have prepared. So these are the list of few sentences that we consider as valid for a sentence, to like to verify whether if it's a valid sentence or invalid sentence. If we run each of these sentences and if we get the, like, if the generated output is yes, which means it's a valid sentence, and if the generated output is no, it means that it is an invalid sentence. So as far as we have executed all these sentences, and these are the to be valid sentences, and the context free grammar for these would be the following. And converting this CFG to CNF is also listed in the document. And then for the 16 valid sentences, we have also drawn the CKY tables, which can be clearly seen in the document. All of these are the CKY tables generated for constructed for each of the valid sentences. And then we also have the code. These are few of the, like, three to there are three invalid sentences, and these are I she is one, prefer that, and the other one would be this river. Executing each of these sentences will return an output no, and this is the code and the sample output. Now, if the, like, I like this river in Chicago, when we execute the above code with this sentence, it is returning an output yes, which implies that this above sentences which we are given as an input is a valid sentence. Now we shall see one by one for each sentence. We shall execute the code and see for each the sentence. The first sentence is, can you name some good parks in California? Enter a sentence. Executing the first one, it returned an output yes, so which implies it's a valid sentence. Similarly, we shall check for all of these sentences one by one. Can you recommend me some parks? Again, the output is yes. The third one, can you search for some parks? The output is again yes. Moving on to the next sentence, can you search for some good parks? This is also a valid sentence. And do you like parks in US? Yes, again a valid sentence. Can you search for some parks? Moving on to the next one. Yes, so it's a valid sentence again. Can you search for some rivers in California? Yeah, again a valid sentence. The next sentence is, can you recommend me some parks in US? A valid sentence again. So moving on to the next one, I like parks. Valid sentence again. Can you suggest me some parks in Chicago? Is another sentence. Yes, so valid sentence again. Do you like US? It is written an output yes, which means a valid sentence. So the next one, do you prefer parks or rivers? Executing this. Yes, which means it's a valid sentence. Can you suggest me some good rivers in California? Running the code with this sentence. Since we are assuming it's a valid sentence, it should return an output yes. We shall see. Yes, it's a valid sentence. Can you search for a good river? The next one. Valid sentence again. The last but one. I like this river in Chicago. Valid sentence. And what do you like in US? Last one. So if we consider, if we see till now, all the sentences which we executed till now are returning an output yes, which means that they are valid sentences. And if we give the any of the valid sentences as an input, it should the expected output is no. So we shall see of the invalid sentences as well now. The invalid sentences, like we shall check for three of the invalid sentences. These are the CKY tables for both valid sentences and invalid sentences. Considering the first invalid sentences, it's I, she. Running our code with this sentence, and the expected output is no since it's an invalid sentence. So no, it return an output no, which implies it's an invalid sentence. It states that it's an invalid sentence. The second one would be prefer that second written an output no, so invalid sentence. And the third one, this river no, which means an invalid. So the last three sentences which you have executed with this code written an output no, which implies all of them are invalid sentences. And these are the CKY tables for each of the sentences. And this is the code. The sample output as we have seen till now for for all the for many of the valid sentences and few of the invalid sentences. And this is our project overall. Yeah. Thank you, Professor.